Warm up. Fill in the missing side lengths of the triangle and then fill in the chart. The way you remember these side lengths is like this, everybody. Opposite of 30 will always be 31. Remember 31. Opposite of 60, the opposite of 60, 63, radical 3. That Jason, what the heck am I saying? Opposite is 1, opposite of 60, opposite of 60 is root 3, and this is 2. It's just the way it works. It's just a fact. And if you accept this fact, because we already know that that's what it is, and we go back to SOHCAHTOA, just another mnemonic, that sine is the ratio of SOHCAHTOA, of opposite side to the hypotenuse, if you're standing here. If you're standing there, the ratio of the opposite side, which is 1, over the hypotenuse, which is 2. That's the ratio of sine 30. Cosine 30, SOHCAHTOA, adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent of 30, O over A. O over A. 1 over root 3, which is 1 over root 3, do all the math, is root 3 over 3. "45, 45, 90 comes from a square. This is a square. What's special about a square? 1, 1. Root 2. With reference here, this is called OPP, this is called ADJ, and this is HYP. SOHCAHTOA of 45, sine of 45, opposite of hypotenuse, 1 over root 2. 1 over root 2 is root 2 over 2. Cosine 45 is root 2 over 2. Tangent of 45 is opposite over adjacent. 1 over 1 is 1. Sine of 60. Now you're going to go and stand here on this triangle. This right here, all you have to remember is that I said opposite of 60. 60 what? Radical 3. Opposite of 60. Opposite of 90. 90 what? It's not radical 2. 90 what? 92. 30. Opposite of 30? 1. Those things you have to remember. Sine of 60. That's you right here. Sine of 60. What's sine of 60? What's sine of 60? 1. O over H. Which is what? Square root of 3 over 2. Cosine 60. What's cosine of 60? Tangent of 60. Over square root of 3 over 1. Oh, sorry. Everybody stood. A third time of going over this. Go look. I'm gonna go ahead and just do the presentation. I hope that your brain is going. Yep. I get it. Watch. 31 opposite of 6, and I'm still talking. Opposite of 60 root 3. Opposite of 90, 92. SOHCAHTOA, sine is the ratio of the opposite side over the hypotenuse. Cosine of 30 is the ratio of the adjacent side over the hypotenuse, root 3 over 2. Tangent of 30 is the ratio of the opposite over the adjacent, 1 over root 3 over 3. Sine of 45. Just say it, please. Just say, what is it? Square root of 2 over 2. The way I teach, man, if you just don't want to learn, anybody who just is here would be just like, dude, you've said it like 20,000 times. Root 2 over 2. Cosine of 45 is what? Root 2 over 2. Tangent of 45 is what? 1. Sine of 60, in the way you remember when you construct these triangles, opposite of 30, 31, 92, 60, radical 3, 63. And put your stickman here just for reference, so you know where's OPP and where's this and where's that. Sine 60. What's sine of 60? Square root of 3 over 2. 1/2, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I gotta get done with this lesson. Let's go. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's speed it up now. Well, now I'm gonna speed it up. Yeah. Let's go. Opposite of an angle. Let's it's OPP over there. Let's call it Y. Up and down. Let's call it a variable Y, whatever. Let's call this horizontal one as X because this is X. And let's call this one what letter? I don't know. Usually it's C. Am I stick with C? Am I gonna stick? I guess yeah, I am. Hypotenuse is C. So when we say sine of this theta, just in general, not like the triangle, because I don't know what this angle is, so I cannot. Some people are gonna be like, is this radical 3? Is this no? I don't even know what that is. Just in general, I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't know what this angle is. That's why we don't know what these numbers are. So, but in general, for sine of an angle that you're standing here, it would have to be opposite over this. So it's going to be y over c, whatever these numbers are. There's a reciprocal function. So we know sine, cosine, tangents. There's a reciprocal functions that this one is called cosecant. CSC. CSC theta is the reciprocal function, meaning that if I flip it, I am looking now at not opposite over hypotenuse, but I'm just looking at the ratio of the hypotenuse over the opposite. So I'm looking at C over Y. That's what it is. C over Y. The reciprocal function, just flip it. It's called cosecant theta. What's cosine theta? Somebody, one person, just one person that can continue on teaching, or I'll just be like, cosine theta. What letter over what letter? What letter over what letter? Yes. X over C. If we flip it, it's going to create this new function that they call it SEC theta. Secant theta. Tangent. What letter over what letter on that triangle is going to be what? Y over x. Y over x is correct. If we flip y over x, it's going to create this reciprocal function called cotangent. Cotangent theta. Okay. Let's apply it to where we actually know numbers. If we actually did know what the number for x, y, and z are, then we can solve it in some way. Let's say it's 3. Let's say y is 3. Let's say that x is 4. I will give you extra credit right now if you can tell me what is this. No. Yeah. Who can tell me what that is? How, if this is 3 inches, this is 4 inches, how long is this? Huh? 1. Okay. Look. No, it's not. If this is 3, this is 4. If this was 7, no, that's too much to be 7. It's 5. It's 5. And you can do Pythagorean theorem by doing a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and so on, doing all the work. But it's a Pythagorean triplet, 3, 4, 5 triangle. So for this one that actually does have numbers, sine of theta is what? 3 over 5 is correct. The reciprocal function will be what? Flip it. It will be 5 over 3. And 5 over 3 is cosecant theta. Cosine theta. What is cosine theta? 4 over 5. If you flip it, 5 over 4, which is going to be secant theta, tangent theta, 3 over 4, flip it, what is that called? We call it cotangent. The whole name is cotangent theta. Some people like to call it cot. I don't know, whatever, but it's cotangent theta. All right, let's go. Now we're going to do some problems like for the homework. Here we go. Number 1, evaluate the 6 trig ratios given that ordered pair is -1, 3. Given the ordered pair -1, 3. what they're telling you is that this is X and this is Y. And let's kind of graph it. You don't need to graph it, but I'll graph it. Okay, so to just visualize where it's at, X is -1. I think I'll go to the left, -1. This is -1. And Y, the Y value is -1, -2, -3. So this is where it's at. So we're going to go an angle that went like this, and it went something, draw a ray like this. So that's what we got, something like this. Going to be one of the butterflies things, like, and then you make a reference triangle, and you go like this, which you're going to do then an a squared plus b squared equals c squared to find c. Because we're getting that x, this x is -1, we're saying that y is -3, and to do a squared plus b squared, c squared, this, we're trying to figure out what this c is, to be able to get the 6 trig ratios. So we're trying to figure out what C is. A squared plus B squared equals C squared is the Pythagorean theorem. A is X, you don't even do, A is X, B is Y, C is C. So what are we plugging for A then? Yeah, A is X. X is, so what do I plug in for X? Basically, you're gonna do what? -1 squared plus -3 squared equals C squared, because C squared is always by itself. Am I gonna put in one person? Man, I gotta remember names. Who said? Did you say 2? Somebody said 2. What's -1 squared? And I knew it. Somebody's gonna say 2. You said -2? You're like, no, it's -2.
Well, it's -3.
What does this? What did I say like the first day of school here? And I said -1 squared means that you're multiplying the base is -1 by itself twice. It is -1 times -1. That's what this means. Negative times a negative equals a positive 1. What's the answer for -3 squared? Positive 9? 1 plus 9 is? How do we get the C by itself? And for this one, we want the positive. Anytime you take a square root of this, positive, negative square root of 2, we just want the positive one because it's square root of 10. So C is square root of 10. We needed to get that square root of 10, and we have it now. So now we can go ahead and square root of 10. Okay. What's sine of theta? Sine is what? Y, isn't it the opposite y? And this is called opposite. The y is always opposite. So it's going to be what? -3 over what? The hypotenuse. What's the hypotenuse? Square root of 10. This hypotenuse, that's what we're looking for. So it's negative, and leave it alone. We already got enough problems with just trying to figure out what sine is. Don't rationalize it. Don't worry about it that I talked about before. That's the answer. Then we flip it. So here's another one that a student before had a question. Isn't the 3 negative? The whole number is negative. So you can go ahead and put it in the middle, that negative. You can just write it, flip it, but put the negative right in the middle between them. The whole number is negative. So this is going to be negative root 10 over 3. And that's going to be called what? That's going to be called what? CSC. CSC theta. What's cosine theta? Come on, people, loud. Come on. What's cosine? X. Basically, we just X over the hypotenuse. Over C. What is it? Negative 1 over root 10. Flip it. Negative root 10. And that's going to be called what? SEC theta. Tangent theta. What is tangent of theta? What is? Say what? Isn't it y? We said y over x. So a negative 3 over negative 1. So what's negative 3 over negative 1? It's a negative divided by a negative is a positive 3. Flip it. What's the reciprocal of that?
3. 1 over 3.
1 over 3. And that's going to be called what? COT. Cotangent theta. That is the big part of this lesson for today. You got to know how to do it for if you're given any ordered pair like that. Let's go. Let's do one more, and we're gonna find all the other. If you're given a sign, then find the other ones. Give that you already know what sign is. So, if you know what sine is y over c. So this one we know y over c. We're missing x. We know y is 5. We know c is 6. But what is x? Well, back to the Pythagorean theorem. Back to x squared plus y squared. A squared is x. Y is b. Is equal to c squared. We're trying to find x. X squared plus y 5 squared equals c squared. Oh, why not say c? C is 6. Not say 10. What's 5 squared?
45.
6 squared?
36.
How do I get the x by itself? Minus 11, 25. Did it real quick. X equals square root of 11. What? X equals square root of 11. All right. So we need to find x. And now that we know x, now you can do sine, cosine, tangent, all that stuff. Square root of 11 is the number we needed. So we got that. We got the number. Square root of 11. What sign? It was given to you. Sine is 5 over 6. Billy? What's that reciprocal 6 over 5? That is called what? CSC theta? Cosine theta. Square root of 11 over 6. Flip it. 6 over square root of 11 is called what? SEC theta? Tangent theta. So what is it? It's y over x. So what is it? 5 over square root of 11. Flip it. Square root of 11 over 5 is called what? Cotangent theta? This is a very long lesson for today, but it's going well. Let's finish it. We gotta do this one. Here we go. Here's very important. Let's go. This is two. We actually do 2 lessons, kind of, in one. Evaluating trig ratios given a point on an axis. So, draw that circle, and then I'm gonna talk for about 5 minutes. What really is going on here? And this is like understanding what exactly is sine, cosine, and tangent. So when we say what is the sine of some triangle, is that we're doing a ratio of a, say sine, like I just said, say you go make a triangle where this lands on that circle, okay, like that. Sine is the ratio of the y over the c. Yes or no? Yes. So it's the ratio of the length of this vertical side over this, some number this over this. But if this is, if I can move around, imagine that it's I can grab it and move it down or move it up and then get it closer, and the point is right there, is get it closer to the axis here. Then the closer I get, the smaller this side is gonna get. Look, the closer the triangle, the smaller this is. The minute this point reaches here, then there's no side, there's no vertical side anymore. So y will become 0. Y will become 0. So then you will get a 0 over a c. That would be the 0 over the actual radius. 0 divided by a number. What's 0 divided by 10? 0 by anything. What's 0 divided by 10? 0. So then sine of 0, where right here, sine of 0 will be 0 because the y is 0. Whereas the cosine, hey, you gotta be quiet, please. Cosine, this is x and this is c, and then the closer we get, the c will become exactly the x. So that would be an x over c, where they're the same. A same number over same number is 1. So the cosine of 0, so it's going to be either cosine of 0 is going to be 1. If I go back up here and I make a triangle, I'm just understand what I'm doing. Just pay attention. This y getting closer over here, the y will become the same as the hypotenuse. So the sine of 90 is 1, and where the x will become 0. That's the idea here. Look, here we go. Look. That's the real understanding of why this is what it is. Sine of 0 is 0. Cosine of 0 is 1. Because it's going to be c over c. is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, whereas C over C, they're going to be the same number, whereas 1. Tangent of 0 will be y over x. 0 over C is 0. Are we going to flip it? No, are we going to flip it? And I'm doing that one that I just explained it here as well. For something that is 90 degrees, like going up there, sine of 90. What's sine of 90? If you understood what I just said. This opposite over this, that's going to be, this will become the same. The minute it gets here, it'll be C over C is going to be 1. Sine of 90 is 1. Cosine of 90 will be 0 because the x will become 0 over C. And tangent of 90 will be C. How about that one? I'll give you extra credit and tell me what tangent of 90 is. I swear I will. What's tangent of 90? What over what? What is the definition of tangent? Opposite over what? So it'll be C over what? It's the opposite over the adjacent of katoa, no? Opposite over this. So what's C divided by 0? What's anything divided by 0? It is not 0. What's 5 divided by 0? It is not 5. No. What's 5 divided by 1? 5 divided by 1 is 5. How the heck is this going to be also be 5? What's 5 divided by 0? What is it? What's 5 divided by 0? Huh? Einstein doesn't even know what it is. Oh, he's dead. It's undefined. You cannot divide by 0. So, look, anytime you land on an axis, and you're given a point, x and y, this 3 and 0, x is 3, y is 0, x is 3, y is 0, C is what? What it had been is if it was a triangle, it was C. It became the C value became this x3, so it's going to be 3. Cosine of 0. Somebody said 0 because it is 0. But if we want to look at sine of 0, would be y over c with 0 divided by 3, and that's 0. So anytime it lands on here, sine of 0 is 0. Cosine of 0. What's cosine of 0? I'm already going to tell you that the answers will all, sometimes, the other possibility is 0, 1, or undefined. And if it's on the left side or under, it could be some -1 or something. But the answer to this cosine of 0 is what? X over c, isn't it? Which is what? 3 over 3 is what? What's 3 divided by 3? 1. And tangent, what's the definition? We'll go back to definition. Is it y over x? Yes or no?
Yes.
Then what's y over x?
0.
Which is?
3.
What's 0 divided by 3? Yeah, so I'm like, what's 0 divided by 3? 0. 0. If you have something landing on the positive over there, and you want to do it this way, we're knowing that x is 0, y is 4, c is 4, and now we're going to do sine of 90, where sine is what? Sine is what? What over what is sine? Y over C? So it's going to be what? Four over four? What's 4 over 4? What's 4 over 4? 1. Cosine of 90. What's cosine of 90? What over what is cosine? X over C, which is what over what? 0 over 4. 0 divided by 4 is? Tangent of 90 is what? Y over X, which is going to give you what? 4 over 0. And what is 4 divided by 0? Undefined? Somebody say undefined? I think that's enough. We'll do one more. That's enough. What if it's on the left side? Let's go. If it's on the left side, I'm giving you all the possibilities. If it's on the left side, X is what? Negative 2. Y is 0. And what is C? Oh, this was good. What is C? It is the hypotenuse will always be positive.
Oh, 1.
No. It is gonna be a length of 2, but the hypotenuse is 2. It was 2, so it's gonna become it's gonna be 2, not negative 2. It's 2 because the hypotenuse is always positive. Sine of 180 is what? What ratio is that? Y over what? Y over C, which is going to be what?
0 over Q.
Which is what? 0. Cosine 180 is X over C, which is going to be
Negative 2 over Q.
negative 2 over 2, which is negative 1. Tangent 180 is what? Okay, so you're already going to the answer. Y over X. Y over X is going to be 0 over negative 2. And that's going to be 0. I guess I will finish the whole lesson because we're doing the whole thing and maybe I could just, this is going good, let's not mess it up because this is good. I can just have people go watch the video. Now you gotta learn from this. What if it's a fraction? What if it's a negative 1/2? X is 0, Y is negative 1/2. C is always positive, which is 1/2. Sine of 270 degrees, because the angle was 270. Y over C. What's the answer? You guys are copying things down, doing a bunch of different things. What's Y over C? Look at it up there. What's Y over C? Anybody, let's go. What's Y over C? Negative 1/2 divided by positive 1/2. And what is that? Negative 1. Cosine 270.
0 over 1/2.
0 over 1/2, which is what? 0. Tangent 270. Negative 1/2 over 0. And what is that?
Zero. No.
So we said Einstein doesn't know what divide by 0 is. Undefined. Is your day today, Josue? Read this out loud for the whole class. Here we go. Read that out loud.
If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you are determined to learn, no one.
What? No one what?
I don't know.
Oh, I messed up. It's down here somewhere. If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. But if you're determined to learn, no one can stop you.
Oh.
All right.